Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. This is the day the Lord has made, and I am honored knowing that I've known Joanne and Cheryl all of my life, and the connection that my family and the Gibson family have had before I came here, knowing that people think that history was made in 2008, but it was really made when Amiri Baraka, along with his team, helped this young man called Kenneth Allen Gibson to become mayor. It is a blessing to be able to bless this ground, which is already blessed by God, but to till it on this day, knowing that because God ordained this day for this to take place, I'm going to go before God's grace, his throne, blessing all the officials that are here, blessing the man who sits in the seat of the mayor, because the oil runs from the head, and it's no accident that on September 14th, 2021, under the leadership of Mayor Raz J. Baraka, did Mayor Kenneth Allen Gibson, through memory, my Lord, and legacy, now has his place at home. Thank you, Essex County Exec, Joe DiVincenzo, and all that sit here on this steps of City Hall. Dear God, we come before you today first to say thank you. Thank you for this day that you've allowed us to see that we shall never see again. You knew that this day would come. You already ordained it because you are the best of planners. You declared in your word that you know the plans that you have for us, not to hurt us or to harm us. So today we are prospering with a memory. Today we are prospering with a legacy. Today we are prospering because a man named Mayor Kenneth Allen on the steps of City Hall for us to ride by and remember what he did and what he's done. We pray now, God, that you continue to be in every official to strengthen them, continue to be beneath them to support them, continue to go before them to guide them, continue to keep loving arms of protection around the family. Please hear this, your humble servant's prayer. So it is, and so shall it be, that this ground has been blessed and this statue has been dedicated in the name of some who call you Jesus, some call you Elohim, some call you Allah, some call you Yeshua, but you're our God and our Creator. Amen, Amen, and Ashe.
Thank you, Reverend Roundtree, for that. So we are definitely here on this auspicious occasion once again to honor Kenneth Allen Gibson. We want to welcome and thank his family for being here with us today. Obviously his wife Camille and all of the dignitaries that are here today, our Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver, our Congressman Donald Payne Jr., Assemblyman Ralph Caputo, Assemblywoman Cleopatra Tucker, Assemblywoman Ileana Pinto Marin, Essex County Commissioner Wayne Richardson, Councilwoman McGyver, Councilman James, Councilman Gonzalez, dare I say Councilman Crump, Councilman Ramos, Mr. Bill Payne, Senator Teresa Ruiz, our County Executive Joe DiVincenzo. So welcome. If I missed you, forgive me. There are a lot of us out here today. First, I want to say thank you to our original Brazilian artist who, took his time and energy and his resources and put a statue up, and we accepted it of our first African-American mayor of the major city along the Eastern Seaboard. But I had a conversation with our county executive afterwards, who also was talking to Camille and myself, and we talked about doing it bigger and better and putting it on the steps of City Hall instead, where we thought it belonged. So I want to thank Camille, and I want to thank the county executive for making this happen, because this would not have taken place without him. He put up some of the county funds. We did the rest. He put the base down, got the folks to install it for us and everything. So this day doesn't happen without County Executive Joe DiVincenzo, and so we're forever grateful for that. And it'll be there in eternity, God willing. God willing. Mayor Gibson was something special. to all of us and to me, and some of us it took a longer time to understand it than it did others. Councilman Quintana reminded me that there was he used to park right here, and we want to put a sign there that says parking, no parking, parking for Kenneth Allen Gibson there. So we're going to do that so people know that he parked right there. And nobody knows that history but Louis Quintana, let me tell you. Yeah, and Camille. But Louis is on it, that's for sure, the council president. I had an opportunity to get closer to Mayor Gibson later on in his life. I grew up knowing him as an icon, as a conversation in my household, seeing him from time to time, understanding his role in history, why he was important for African Americans, not just in Newark, but all over the country, and how many mayors came behind him, and how his legacy was big and strong, and the difficulties he had when he became mayor. But I began to see it clearly and up close right before he left us. He graced me with opportunities to have conversations with him. And I always tell people his conversations were not always about politics. They weren't always about how to run the city day to day or the budget. It was really about my well-being, my health, my care, how to take care of yourself in the middle of this, and who to watch out for in the process. And those were very, very, very serious conversations to me. And some of the things that he said I take seriously even today, the things he advised me to do and the people he advised me to watch out for. So I take those things very seriously, and more than anybody, I think that he's helped me make my way through my mayorship here in the city of Newark. And I appreciate that. And more than anything, he deserves his statue right here in front of City Hall. He deserves it. He became the mayor after turmoil, after a Newark rebellion, after economic crisis. It was a difficult time to be the mayor when Kenneth Allen Gibson took the helm. It was a lot of turmoil, a lot of division, a lot of issues, and like always, people wanted him to be a miracle maker. He wanted him to be all things to all people, and I understand how that is even now. And even some of the people that put him there became disgruntled because he could not do the things that they wanted him to do by snapping his fingers, that it took work to move this thing, this huge animal, this submarine, to move it around and get it in the direction it needed to go in. And sometimes people think you have magic to be able to do that. But I think he did a hell of a job in the times that he was in. So I don't want to be here all day. I want to get to the statue. We have a whole bunch of people that we need to allow to speak. Again, I also want to thank the sculptor, Thomas J. Warren, for doing this. I also want to, again, thank our county exec and all of his team that came and installed the statue for us yesterday. We're grateful to them. And I want to thank the people on our side who, from the Community Impact Fund, Kevin, on our side, who helped bring the money together on our side to put this together as well. So we want to go forward. The first person that we want to bring up to say a few words is U.S. Representative Donald Payne, Jr.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's a real honor and a privilege to me to be here this morning to pay tribute to a man who gave so much to Newark. A statue to his legacy is the perfect honor and a positive mark that he left on this city, that we remember him. But Mayor Gibson was a trailblazer even before he was elected. He's one of the city's most prominent engineers at the time when there were not many African-American engineers. He worked for Newark, New Jersey Highway Department and then served as chief engineer for the Newark Housing Authority. You know, as the mayor said, I'll be brief. I have remarks, but to Camille and Joanne and Cheryl, we knew the Gibson family early on. You see, because Kenneth Gibson would meet at 14 Bach Avenue, Newark, New Jersey, where I was raised, for the William Payne Civic Association. And that's when the mayor and my father, my uncle, got very close and acquainted. And then we went on to summer camp, and Joanne would look after Wanda, and we knew them so well. So this is just a testimony to a man that gave everything to the city he loved. I had the opportunity to see the mayor at the VA hospital last time I got to see him. And he just kind of smiled, and that was a great memory. Every time he used to see me, he would say "Chappie," and then just smile. And so those are the things that I'll remember. But as we move back and forth across Broad Street, we'll always be able to turn to City Hall as we look now and see our mayor there with us forever. Thank you, and God bless you.
I'm going to take a point of personal privilege here and allow our council president, Louis Quintana, to say a few words if he's like.
Thank you so much for this day, Mayor and County Executive and all. You know, as a youngster, I used to come to City Hall, and the black checker would park right there. Camille, black checker. Council President's car would go on that side. And, you know, the colors of his political colors were green and yellow. You remember that too, right? As a historian of the city, and we name streets, people often question why do we do so? Because the people who walked them deserved it. And Kenneth Allen Gibson was an inspiration to the Black and Puerto Rican Convention with Amiri Baraka, making sure that he wanted our communities to come together, to stand together, to be together. He was inclusive with Amiri Baraka, trying to get us together so that we could change the destiny of Newark. On behalf of the Newark Municipal Council, we are delighted because we have a champion. And I would remiss, and I'm here also want to recognize Mildred Crump, who would have been here today, and in her mind, what she says always, that Ken Gibson led her when she came to Newark, he welcomed her. I see Mike Rodriguez, who was an aide to Mayor Kenneth Allen Gibson. Mike, with the Black and Puerto Rican Convention with Ramona Nesses. But I'm not going to be too long because history can be told. We should teach it in the schools in Newark. We should teach it around the state that we had the first African-American mayor with a coalition of folks. Thank you, Mayor Baraka. Thank you all.
Good job, Lou. Good job. Good job, Council President. At this point, we want to bring our Lieutenant Governor up, Sheila Oliver.
Good morning, everyone, and it's an honor and a privilege for me to be with you as we unveil this statue, and I want to thank Mayor Baraka for extending the invitation to me to be here. You know, we often use a phrase that we stand on the shoulders of other people. There is no question, none, that I am who I am today because of Kenneth Allen Gibson and this City Hall. No question. At the age of 17, my senior year at Weequahic High, an election was going to be held in May. As young people in the city, we were active in that campaign. We traveled from ward to ward, pulling people out. We've got to vote. The night when the votes were tallied and Ken Allen Gibson emerged as the victor, We danced in the street in front of Symphony Hall that night. I don't know, those of you that were not born yet, you do not understand the significance of a black mayor emerging in the city of Newark. You take it for granted. But let me tell you, to come into this building and see black and Puerto Rican and white and Portuguese people running these offices and working on behalf of the people that lived here, you have no idea. Fast forward, the enthusiasm, coming to work was an honor and a privilege in this city. Everyone was on Broad and Green Street. It was a hub of activity. We worked from morning to night. We came here Saturdays, 7 o'clock in the morning to do what we had to do. And we didn't take for granted the opportunity to do work on behalf of the people. At age 24, my immediate boss, Harry L. Wheeler, made me the director of the Office of Youth Services and Special Projects. I supervised and managed people who were 2 times my age. But I learned so much from the leaders of the Gibson era. And what I learned from Mayor Gibson was how to be graceful in leadership, how to not be judgmental, and to embrace every element of the Newark community. The lessons that I learned here under his leadership led me to the Board of Freeholders, subsequently led me to the State Assembly, led me to become the first black woman speaker of the New Jersey General Assembly, and all of that led me to the position I hold today as the Lieutenant Governor. The most important message that I'm going to end with, and you know, Mayor Baraka, I have in my office the framed photo that I gave to Camille. It's a photograph of Mayor Gibson holding in his arms a little boy named Baraka. It's a picture of Ken holding your mayor. And you know that expression that he has. And he's got those eyes popping out at the mayor like, who are you? I love that photograph because not only was that a historical photograph, but it is an image and symbolism of the transfer of black power from Kenneth Allen Gibson to Mayor Baraka. I love it. And I'll close with this. If I learned anything from Mayor Gibson, I learned you never forget where you came from.
Before I have to make some acknowledgments, excuse me, I need to put my glasses on. I couldn't read a couple of names here. Want to thank again Kevin Callahan on our side for helping us get the dollars together. We also want to thank Prudential Financial as well, who helped donate to this cause as well. And just to echo what our Lieutenant Governor said, not only wouldn't she be the Lieutenant Governor, I don't think most of us up here would be in any of these positions that we have if it wasn't for the trail that was blazed by Kenneth Allen Gibson. With that being said, I would like to bring on our County Executive, Joe DiVincenzo.
Thank you, Mayor Ras Baraka. To our Lieutenant Governor, Sheila Oliver. You know, Ken, of course, was the first African-American mayor of the city of Newark. She was the first African-American to be the Speaker of the state of New Jersey. So we have a lot of firsts. Then you have Donald Payne. His father was the first African-American to be congressional in the state of New Jersey. So we have a lot of firsts here. Ken Gibson and I, and my mentor at that time was Steve Adebato, had a relationship with Ken. Steve, being from the North Ward, and if you were from the North Ward at that time, Steve actually came out and endorsed Ken for mayor. And he did that because he felt, not because he was African American, because he felt he was the right man at the right time. And what happens? Ken won. When Ken won, it was the most difficult job in the world to bring this city together. And there was only one man who could have done that, and that was Ken Gibson. When people were running out, he was saying, there's no reason to run. Just be part of what's happening here in Newark, that we need everybody together. That was Ken. And Ken, what he has done, he brought everybody together in this city. Like the Lieutenant Governor said, the African Americans, the Hispanics, the whites, and the Portuguese as one family. And that was not easy to do. If there's one accomplishment he accomplished that, because that set the tone for everything moving forward in this city. Mayor, I just want to say to you, it's happy to be partnered with you with this. You know, he was not only known in the city of Newark, he was known through the county of Essex. He was known throughout the state. He was known nationally. He represented us all very, very well. And to Camille and the family, I just want to say to you, you know what Kent meant to us, and we're so much appreciative of him. And with the mayor putting the Ken at the foot of the steps shows you the respect that the mayor had for Ken. It's a great day here for the city of Newark. It's a great day for Essex, it's a great day for state, but it's a great day nationally for all of us. Congratulations, Mayor, for making this happen today. Thank you.
Oh, okay, folks, we want to get to exactly what we came here for. We want to gather around so we can unveil the statue. Thank you. We're going to give it to the family over here as well. Camille, everybody.